our most recent trip down to Walt Disney World, we had an unbelievable opportunity fall in our laps. We're members of DVC, Disney Vacation Club, and now and then Disney does special events for DVC members for an additional fee. When we saw this pop up, we thought, we'll never get a ticket. It'll be too exclusive. We got a reservation. We got in. We paid. We had breakfast at Smith's Homecoming. It was a wonderful breakfast, but we were there to meet, greet, and talk to the great Jodi Benson. She wrote a book, Part of My World, a play on Part of Your World, the iconic Disney song sung by her as Ariel. This is amazing. If you watch through to the end, you get to hear her sing, you get to hear her talk, you get to see her meeting fans. I didn't get a video of me meeting them. People were using my phone, but I got a video of her meeting everybody in our party, and she was so amazing. Before we get to it, stick around because you're going to hear her sing, you're going to hear her talk in a minute. She was so nice. I got to thank her. I got to thank her for her talk that she gave that morning. She talked about her ministry. She talked about what Ariel meant to her. She talked about the opportunity. She talked about the director, Howard Ashman, iconic Disney lyricist and producer. And it is really worth watching. If you're a big Disney fan, you're going to love this. If you're a Jodi Benson fan, you're going to love this. It's a neat talk, and stay till the end. She sings. I'm going to go away now. Jodi Benson. So again, this great event was at Chef Art Smith's Homecoming right there in Disney Springs in Orlando. When you first walk in, they have Disney legend signed plates. Really neat stuff. But that's not why we're here. We're here for Jodi Benson. The first question they asked her, what took you so long to write a book? Here she is.
Yes, I never wanted to write a book. My husband Ray had said about 10 years ago, I think you have some stories to share. And it's like, no, that's just not me. That's not going to happen ever, ever, ever. And all of a sudden, 10 years later, I get a call from Tyndale Publishing, and I say a resolved, absolute no. So after saying no like 3 times, they came back and said, what if you were to just share some behind-the-scenes stories with people, shine the light on others to say thank you along your journey, and make it about other people and not so much about you. And I thought, I can jump on board with that, because I really did not like the idea of an autobiography or a memoir that just really isn't who I am. But sharing behind-the-scenes stories worked out very nicely for me. So we just kind of gathered about 24, 25 little stories. You just pick it up, you can just read one, put it down. It kind of follows along a little bit of a journey, but it's not really chronological. But I did get to share some very, very special stories about Howard Ashman, our director, my director for The Little Mermaid, and our lyricist, an executive producer. How incredible. And those are stories that had I not shared them, they would have been lost forever. And that is probably what led me to move forward. The other thing that led me to move forward with my husband's encouragement was, if one person could be encouraged by one story, by all the million of mistakes that I made, and I could help someone get from point A to point C without the trauma of point B, then it will have been worth it. So those 2 little things kind of helped me go forward. And it took a long time to record it. It's not pen to paper. As you can read in the story, you'll see that it's conversational. It's like me just hanging out with you in your living room having a cup of coffee with you. So that's the audiobook feeling as well, that it's very conversational. I did not write it, I spoke it, and then it was just transcribed by our editing team. So it's really fun. It's out there now, and I just appreciate all of you coming out in the middle of this crazy storm to paint with us today. Appreciate it.
In your team encouraging people, you through your work with Ariel have inspired people now for generations. When you're here in a place like Walt Disney World and you see a Little Mermaid attraction at the Magic Kingdom, and you see little girls or grown-ups dressed as Ariel, and you see the enduring legacy of that character, something you could not have foreseen when you recorded the role. What does that mean to you?
Having been part of the Disney family now for, I think we're at 36 years, it absolutely blows my mind when I'm walking through the park. And of course, I wear my Ariel ears and Ariel t-shirt because it's the only place I can dress like that with it being acceptable. Can't really do that in my home town at the grocery store, but I'm just overwhelmed, and all I can express is a sense of tremendous thankfulness, and just so grateful to God to give me this opportunity that's really been just a huge part of my life, but also a huge part of my ministry of just loving and serving other people. And I love my character of Ariel. She's near and dear to my heart, and it's such a thrill to be here at Disney, and I love coming and walking through the park. I love seeing everyone's Ariel bounding and their ears and their costumes. But we're on our 4th generation now with all of our time that's passed. So we have great-grandparents introducing it to all of their children, great-grandkids now. And it's just such a privilege. But the biggest word that I have in my heart is that it's a blessing. It really is. It's such a blessing. And I'm so protective of my character, maintaining her integrity and who she is. My job is to recreate her voice so that you can have that triggered core memory of the first time that you saw the film, the first time you heard the song. That's my job. I want you to have that moment again in your life.
And finally, I want to ask you about something that happened last night. You and I were together last night in downtown Orlando at the Dr. Phillips Performing Arts Center for the Disney Princess Concert. It's a touring production. If you have a chance to see it in a city near you, I highly recommend it. Really great show. And Jodi surprised the audience by making an unannounced appearance in the show and performing part of your world. I was sitting there with my 6-year-old daughter on my lap. A 6-year-old who does not yet fully understand the process of animation said to me, "Daddy, she really sounds like Ariel." Very good. It was as loud as I've ever heard a performing arts center the moment you came on stage. What did that moment feel like for you?
Well, first of all, you have to go see Disney Princess Concert. Everybody has to go see this concert on tour. It is life-changing. I saw it in Atlanta. And it's my dear friend, Benjamin Ramallah, that's the musical director and one of the producers that created this. My boss, Chris Ostrander, that created this event to come and do these wonderful book gatherings, it planned it to be with Disney Princess Concert. So it was unbelievable to surprise everyone. And it was so overwhelming. My goal was to not cry because I was so overwhelmed with the response and the joy of being on stage with these incredibly talented women, and we sang the reprise in 5-part harmony, and it was breathtaking. And I'm holding back tears, looking at the girls, just like, this is a surreal moment. So it was really, really fun.
It was such a great moment. Now, I know that about half of you have met Jodi. The rest of you are going to meet her now. We're going to come to your tables, so we'll see you soon.
Yeah.
Let's hear it one more time for Disney Jodi Benson.
You know, when you go to these meet and greets, you never know if you're going to get 5 seconds with them. Maybe they're going to sign the book and they're going to rush you off. Not Miss Benson. She took her time. She walked to every table. She met with every individual. She shook hands. She took pictures. She answered questions. She was there to thank us while we were thanking her. It was really quite amazing. I'm a big fan. I already was. I am even more. You know, one of the neatest things was we didn't get a video of us meeting her because we got pictures of it. And of course I put it on Instagram and I tagged her and she shared it out on her Instagram, on her story, which was really, really a highlight of the trip, and so was this.
Again, I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you at DVC. We love DVC, love Disney Vacation Club. I've done many events for all of you and look forward to many, many more events in the future. So the way that I'm going to leave all of you today is to do what I feel most comfortable doing, which is singing. So we'll just sing a little bit for just a second or two, but I just wanted to, again, thank you so much for coming out, and we all appreciate DVC so very much. You are our biggest Disney fans, and as a family member of the Disney family, I just want to say thank you. So, and thanks for being part of my world for all these many, many years.
So that was worth every penny. I was so excited to go, and it so lived up to, well, my hopes. It was amazing. She was amazing. I loved her before this. I love her even more now. I have 4 daughters. One of my daughters, this is her favorite and her favorite princess. And I have to tell you, she was very jealous. She still is. And that's kind of freaking awesome too. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you stayed to the end, I really appreciate it. If you don't follow Jodi Benson already, you should go follow her Instagram. She's very, very sweet. She's got a beautiful heart and a beautiful voice. You already know that. Yeah, thanks for watching. Have the best day ever. I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.